Him, and they're not going to be able to do anything to harm us because we're under God's protection. The Lord shall command the blessing. Now, when God gives a commandment, you can count on it. So, if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord God, and if you keep His commandments, and if you observe to do them and keep them, the Lord shall command a blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto. Don't you love that? Yes. And He shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Now, I believe that we're supposed to be in control and take ownership of every place that God sends us. Here at the church, this church belongs to God's people. Amen? It does. And everywhere we go as a child of God, if we're walking in His statutes and keeping His commandments, every place the sole of our foot will trod upon can be ours. And I believe that means winning those that are lost into the kingdom of God. Because we have the authority, church. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto Himself. As He has sworn unto thee, there's that word again, what? If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in His ways. Do you see how important it is? If we want blessings from God, there are certain things that if we don't do, we're not going to receive all the blessings. Now, we may have partial blessings, and we may have some things because God has given us the intelligence to do certain things. However, if we want the true blessings from God, we've got to do what His Word says we need to do. And it's not just the Ten Commandments, it's every commandment throughout the Old Testament as well as the New. See, in the New Testament, He tells us that the greatest commandment is to love the Lord thy God, but He also says the second one's like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And see, once we learn that, once we get it into our heart that our neighbor is just as important as our own well-being, then God will bless us. I think in a greater way than He ever has before. But He said, the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto Himself, as He has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in His ways. See, it's not just keeping the commandments, but you've got to walk in the way of the Lord. You've got to be an example of Christ in everything that you do. Every word that comes out of your mouth, every deed that you do with your hands, every thought even has got to be brought under subjection so that we don't fail God.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to do, especially with all the distractions that we have in this world today. I mean, we've got the internet, we've got cell phones, and we've got telephones, and we've got television, and we've got movies, and we've got all kinds of things that will distract us from walking in the ways of God.
Amen.
All kinds of things. But if we determine in our heart that we're going to serve God and we're going to walk in His ways, no matter if we're the only one in the store that we're shopping in that's doing what's right as far as not being rude and hateful, and I mean, these are just normal, everyday things. Putting our baggie back where it goes. If something is left on the shelf, I mean, when I'm walking through a store, if somebody's knocked something off the hanger, I'll stop and pick it up, put it back on the hanger, and hang it back on the rack. If somebody has put something in the wrong place in the grocery store, I've seen meat sitting in where the canned goods are.
Yeah.
I mean, who would do that? And why? But just little things. If we're going to walk, if we're going to really be Christians, we got to be Christians wherever we are.
Amen.
It can't be just a church. I mean, hey, it's easy to be Christian here. Everybody's watching you and seeing what you're going to do next, and how you're going to react, how you're going to respond, how you're even going to worship. I mean, we notice those things in church, but outside the church, we want people to see that we are a child of God in everything that we do. And at work, at home, home. Because how can you be one way at church and a different way at home? It doesn't work. The blessings are not going to be there if we're not the same everywhere we are. If. See, that's the key right there. If. And look at what verse 10 says. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord.
The world will know, won't they?
Isn't that interesting, though? But the next time you go to Walmart or Kmart or one of the big department stores, just observe people. See how many people you see with a smile on their face. See how many people you see that are struggling. See how many times you can hold your temper and not fuss at somebody for running into you with their buggy, or stepping on your toe, or some kid running by and almost knocking you down, going 90 miles an hour back down the lane. We should be able to do it. Okay? It says it's going to be easy. We should be able to do it. Now, I know that there have been times before we've gone into a restaurant and the waitress would be in such a bad mood. I mean, you could tell immediately that she was in a bad mood. And James would start cutting up with her. And within, I mean, you could see her countenance change. And you could see that she really didn't want to be in a bad mood. She might have had a table before us that was really hard on her or whatever. You know, you never know what the person has gone through before you're face to face with them. But it's amazing how a smile and a kind word can change a person's attitude.
It's very contagious.
It is. We're supposed to create a different atmosphere wherever we are. And it's supposed to be an atmosphere of love, even in the midst of people being mean to you. And you probably experience that a lot working at the place that you do. People get very upset when things don't go the way they think that it should immediately.
And they'll blame it on the wrong person.
And there's nothing worse than getting a clerk in a store that's slinging your stuff, you know, running it through there and trying to make it stand like wall, and then just, you know, getting upset because they've got to call the manager over, or, you know, and they really get upset when they've made a mistake and you bring it to their attention. It can be either way. Even if it's for their good, they don't want to fool with it. You know?
That's true.
It is true. I know.
I take money back to Walmart and had time to call the manager. They could not believe I was in $20, but I did.
But if you went back and told them they owed you $20,
Yeah.
But see, we have to learn to discipline our attitude so that we can be, and I'm going to put this in a way, and you're going to say, but he is, and it's true, as if Jesus Christ himself is standing right there seeing how you're reacting to that situation. Which really he is. We just sometimes discard that fact and go ahead and do whatever we want. And I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm still working on it too, okay? But every day when we walk in the ways of the Lord, I believe it's easier to you, don't you? Easier to treat your neighbor like you want to be treated. And that can be somebody in the grocery store, somebody at the bank, wherever that you are. But the general attitude of the world is to be mean and hateful. Am I right?
Because they're mad at the world.
Because something didn't go right, or maybe they're just going to have a sickness, or they don't have enough money. I don't know. You know, different things cause different people to react and respond in different ways. But I believe that as we discipline ourselves, we can truly learn to walk in the ways of the Lord, and that people will see what he said right here, and all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord. See, I want God to be proud of me. I don't want to be a disappointment to him. And the only way he can be proud of me is if I know his word, I live by it, I walk in his ways, and I keep his commandments. I treat others the way I would want to be treated. And as I said, it's not always easy, but it can be done. And it really makes you feel good when you can overcome the enemy trying to get you to do something that, to be the same way that person is. I mean, really, when you can get past that and still keep that Christian attitude about you, it just really, it lifts your spirits up. It really is. And it makes you want to do it more, actually. Because sometimes it's kind of a challenge, to be able to see things at my side. And James is really good at it. I mean, he's really good at it. Now, granted, the people that he's behind don't know he's wishing for him that truck, but he's not near as bad about that as he used to be. He's got my money. Yes, we really do. I don't know. All the young people wearing the bracelets and the ears and everything. And